We need more ROI.
What's ROI? I think it has something to do with customers.
No shit.
How do we do that?
What if we record it?
And then what?
Release it.
He doesn't miss.
Just give me pipeline.
Oh, we will.
I need something to do.
No sleep till Brooklyn!
6:08 a.m. I was up early. I was up at 5. Came down early to greet the runners, all dressed to the nines, and no one was here. And mini freak out, mini panic attack. But good to know there's some people running outside right now. And just finishing up some notes in the deck for our keynote.
Good. Yeah.
That looks really good.
Reserve sign.
Thank you.
She's got glitter for skin, my radiant beam in the night. Sleep till
We opened with the No Sleep Till Brooklyn video, which is always a little bit nerve-wracking because comedy is really hard, knowing if people were gonna laugh or not. It really felt like it could have gone any way. And we obviously were in the video, we have seen it like dozens of times. And so for us, it was kind of like, I don't know, the entertainment value of seeing it the first time, the shock value of, oh my gosh, like what is this, had worn off. And so playing it for the audience, I remember just being in the front row and incredibly nervous to go up for my keynote. And just as the video started rolling, hearing like laughter the whole time, hearing people like literally like actually laughing, not like politely like, commenting, honestly put me at ease. It really kind of brought my nerves down a bit because like, gosh, people actually are liking what we're doing, and there's something to that. So I think it brought some levity to the opening. We carried that over into sort of the opening stanza of my keynote, which was a little self-deprecating around my ability to rap, and basically offending all of the great rappers coming out of Brooklyn.
Notorious B.I.G., Jay-Z, Nas, what do they all have in common? Well, they're all from right here in Brooklyn, New York. Also, they would have all hated hearing me rap. So my apologies to the pioneers. Do you think Big Daddy Kane ever wondered what rhymes with nurturing leads? Probably not. I think I am to rapping what NFTs were to art.
And so that was a late ad that we did for the keynote. We hired a comedy writer that kind of built the bridge between the opening moment and my keynote. All in all, I think it was pretty good, and from an ROI perspective too. The opening moment can really get away from you on the budget. Starting with a video in our first year actually, I think, worked really well.
There is literally no separation between B2B and B2C. The humans, it's business to human, isn't it? That same person that's filling out that RFP is the same person buying all these Nikes you all seem to be walking around in.
I think what changed is there's no single pipeline number anymore. Same way there's no linear funnel or linear customer journey. And the second thing that changed is that it's not between marketing and sales anymore. It's very data-driven, and it allows us to make very fast decisions.
First of all of the right voices for the community and where we are right now as an industry. These are like the people to learn from. And beyond that, they're, without any sort of like coaching, they're on message. Like they're using the words.
The old playbook is all about making marketing have credibility and respect by making everything you do directly tied to a lead, to an opportunity, to revenue, which was great, but in retrospect, it's hurt us.
The quality of the attendee base, their leadership, their innovation, their voice. It's hard to manufacture.
I feel like we are in the room of greats. So kudos to you, Anthony, and the team for just putting together.
I think half of the attendees here could have been on stage as speakers. And several folks actually referenced, it's like I'm walking in my LinkedIn feed, or this is like LinkedIn in real life, because these relationships have been fostered online, and now we're all in one place sharing in this experience.
So the conversations I've already had in the first hour and a half have already helped shape my perspective on how we should better leverage owned media for first-party engagement. So again, just the community that's present are going to be the movers and the shakers.
Every time the doors open in the general session room, I'm hearing a buzz out in the main floor. That's a good signal that, beyond just the content, the relationships are happening. And that is, again, so hard to sort of force. I think when you have these events that become a compelling kind of draw for a certain audience, it's a really good thing for the brand putting the event on.
There's something different about creating content in person with people. So we created Obed's Arcade, which was really cool. He played PlayStation with people as he was recording content. And then right across from Obed, we've got Tim's Fruit Stand. So I reached out to Tim Davidson. Everybody knows him as the events guy. He goes to literally every single event. He's known for holding cardboard signs at those events, and he's known for cutting fruit. So we combined all those three things together, and we gave him a stand where he cut fruit with people and recorded content.
If you go back to our beautiful pineapple analogy, you started with a quality product, so that when you cut it up and slice it up, the juice is good. You can use it on the pizza.
Do you like pineapple on pizza?
I actually do.
That's pretty good.
I think the days of there being content marketing and marketing, I think that's over. Content is marketing. It's how we all consume content in our personal lives, whether that's me as a dad, me as somebody who wants to play golf or work out or learn in my career.
I actually think marketers should think about owned strategy right alongside earned in this like beautiful Venn diagram.
It's going well. It's going well. We missed one video clip, but you know what? We're good.
More. So we want to kind of come together, find our inspiration, and create an event where kind of the medium is the message, where we're doing things, we're actually marketing it in a different way as, while we're talking about marketing. It's kind of meta in that sense. And so we wanted to create this virtual broadcast here.
The broadcast desk literally looked like TV. It did not look like any B2B thing I've ever seen before. I literally couldn't believe that was us. And so I think we hit on something really powerful with the virtual broadcast.
The setup was so awesome. It was like a real I felt like I'm ESPN reporter. I was like, okay, maybe.
This was a proof of concept. We're gonna take it, refine it, make it better, and keep going. We had a ton more people there than we thought. And so if you look at the variable expenses for an event like this, one of the biggest line items is food and beverage, where you're adding basically over 150 people or so to the budget in the last 7 days. Everything goes up pretty quick. Are we happy to spend that money? I mean, we're happy we filled the room, but it's hard on a young company's budget when we go over. I think the things that went wrong, some were avoidable, others were not. The unavoidable things is we had 4 elevators to move 300 people up 22 floors for lunch and down.
I'm here with Ryan. We just recovered from coming down the elevator.
We sure did. It was pretty funny. It's pretty funny that watching an entire conference move from the bottom floor to the top floor of a building in Brooklyn using only 2 elevators. The ROI on those 2 elevators.
We should have caught that, perhaps, but hard to fix when we decided to host it at this venue. This is so silly, but people were like talking during the Lindsey Sterling performance. There's people in the back of the room making a lot of noise. I don't know what to do with that. How do you shush attendees? It feels a little, I'm sort of in the front of the room.
You guys, certain stories you don't tell to people who are talking over this. And that's fine. That's fine. Okay, this next song is probably the most personal song I've ever.
That was a question in my mind of should we have done the live performance during dinner? Should that have been done at a different time? How do you like shush people respectfully while also creating kind of a good experience for our guest who was performing? But again, you know, I had speakers come up to me telling me that they generated hard ROI from their speaking opportunity. So that was like incredible. We had attendees creating vlogs on their experience here.
It was very cool to see people in real life and interact like that. And I'm grateful to Goldenhour for providing that opportunity.
Like 7 pages of notes. I'm proud of myself today. I came in a little scared, but I think I'm leaving with some new friends, and that's the best feeling ever. Brain and heart full. And what can you ask for?
There were many moments in the event planning for Goldenhour. I just shook my head at the team, and I was like, what are you doing?
You did it, girl, you did it!
On behalf of Audience Plus, welcome to New York.
The other thing that's really interesting, I just got a Slack, we had an 88.5% conversion rate from registration to attendee. That doesn't happen. The stats that I've heard in the past was that 50% of your free tickets will show up and something to the tune of like 90% of your paid tickets. But we had a blended 88.5%. We're very proud of that. I have no idea how 7 of us did this. When you have a bunch of perfectionists putting on an event, things won't go perfect. There will always be something that goes wrong. And so it's important to almost like own the wins a little bit too, because it's easy for me as a perfectionist again to like start spinning on things like HVAC or elevator bays or whatever and miss just all the goodness that's happening around us, all of the relationships that we're forming, all of the learnings that were being had, all of the joy on people's faces. And so I'm very proud of the team. I think, you know, we all had to rally behind a goal to bring Goldenhour to life, and it came at a cost, right? Not just hard cost to the budget, but a cost of our attention, where we were focused, where we were spending our time. But again, these are moonshots. These are the types of programs that could really bend the trajectory of a business. You know, I still have a lot of growth to do as a CEO, but I still have a lot of heart and passion as a marketer. You can always become an event company.